Hey guys, it's Ep15 here, and welcome back to episode 15 of my Dortmund career mode. Now in today's episode we've got 3 more league games to play, first of which is against Wolfsburg, followed by Freiburg, and then Leverkusen after that. So obviously the Wolfsburg and Leverkusen games were the bigger matches there for us to play. Then obviously we've got Freiburg as well to contend with during this episode. It should be quite an interesting one, because we obviously need to try and get as many points as possible, maintain our lead in front of Schalke, with Leverkusen not too far behind, and obviously try and extend our lead in front of Bayern if we can ideally. So before we get into things, first thing to say is if this is a bonus episode, thank you all so much for helping me hit 50 likes on the last episode. If it isn't, then maybe we can hit it for this episode. I really do appreciate everyone supporting the channel. It's fantastic to see at the moment, everyone liking and commenting and that sort of thing, so thank you all so much. If you haven't already as well, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That would be really appreciated. And yeah, let's pretty much crack on with today's video. We will be playing this game against Wolfsburg to begin with, and we will have to change around the team before we do that. Okay, I think this is a team we'll go with a few little tweaks here and there that maybe you wouldn't expect. We do have a lot of tired players though from the last match, so despite this being a big game in terms of the team that we're playing, the side that we've picked maybe isn't quite as strong as usual. Horn starts in goal. We've got Piszczek at right back. Weigl is going to play at centre back. Obviously can't play there, but we're going to give it a go anyway. I think he's got the attributes and the stats and that sort of thing to play in that position, so we'll give it a go. He'll play alongside Sewell with Durm at left back. Then we've got Moreno playing alongside Castro in midfield. Schürrle starts on the right. Alexander-Arnold in behind Iheanacho, with Emre Mor beginning on the left-hand side. I was a little bit unsure how to go with these 3 players here. I wasn't too sure which way to place them, so I've just gone with that. Emre Mor can't usually play on the left, but I'm going to give him a go there, as he's not played particularly well on the right-hand side. This is the bench I've gone with. Pulisic might well get on the pitch at some point, with him being the only player there with maximum energy. We'll wait and see how this game goes, though. It's a home match against Wolfsburg. It's one that we need to try and win, and it will be quite a tough match. I think they've signed Igalo recently as well, so maybe he'll start for them. Something I'm not really too sure about is the Wolfsburg away kit. It doesn't look particularly good, to be honest. It's just kind of white with bits of green in small stripes. Not a huge fan of that one, to be honest, but hopefully that won't affect the game too much. I don't think the state of their kit, but we do need to try and get ourselves an early goal if we can, just to kind of settle us down. This is a weakened side, so we do need to try and get an early chance if we can through Emre Mor. It's a good save from the keeper, Schmelzer, our former player, clearing it away. Iheanacho going to fire it out to Moreno, who's found himself on the left-hand side. Positionally, we've not been too great so far. Moreno trying to put it into the box, and the diving header wasn't quite met by the ball there. Iheanacho's down with an injury. It looks quite bad. He's taking his time to get up to onto his feet, and that's going to be him out of this match. Another injury for us to contend with. That is not good. Like, not good at all. We have to make the early change, and it's going to involve bringing on Pulisic. I said he'd be involved at some point, but a bit earlier than I was expecting. Obviously, Emre Mor's going to be forced to play up front. Moreno. Can it fall for Emre Mor? It has done. Emre Mor finally a shot that is not miles off target. I mean, it's not on target, but just a shot there before half-time. Doesn't take a deflection, I don't think. Sadly on his weaker foot, and goes out for a goal kick again. That is it. So we're still drawing the game 0-0 at half-time. We've really boxed them into their half. They've barely been in our half whatsoever. We've just lacked the chances in the final third, just been a little bit poor really with the shots we've managed to get away. So I think we've been very unlucky. As you can see, they've not had a shot yet. We have had many shots ourselves, but look how many of them have really been in the box. Not too many. They're more around the box. So we do need to try and get in the box a little bit more. We will, I think, probably make a change at some point, but not right now. I just think we'll see how the start of this half goes. Wolfsburg starting to attack a little bit more at the start of this second half. Good chance for them here to get it in, and it's managed to be parried right into the path of everyone in the box. Eventually, I think, called for offside. Wow, too close for my liking there. Okay, next change. Aubameyang's going to come on. We need someone to get us a goal here. So we'll take off Moreno, move Alexander-Arnold back into midfield. Emre Mor just going behind the striker. Reluctant to take Emre Mor off, but we're going to keep him on for now. We'll wait and see whether we need him to stay on for the next 30 minutes. I think it'll be better, though, just in behind the striker rather than playing as a lead striker. Final change, got to do something now. Royce will come on, we'll take off Schürrle, who's not been involved in the game a lot, sadly. Maybe he's a little bit better off the bench. Emre Mor will move out onto the right-hand side. Going to try and get Royce a bit closer to Aubameyang, needing to support that and try and push for a goal if we can. Only 15 minutes to go, and they've got themselves a corner here, so we need to defend that first. But we need to try and hit them on the break if we can, and ultimately get a goal, because we can't really afford to drop too many points. I know we are nicely in the lead by, 4 or 5 points at the moment, but we can't really afford to drop loads, so, you know, we need to really try and get ourselves a goal. Royce? Wait, is he onside, Aubameyang? Oh my days, he is! Could he finish it off? Aubameyang, no! Oh my god, I thought there was another line of defence or something. I didn't realise I was through on goal. Or at least there was a little bit of a delayed reaction anyway, but a good save there from the keeper. Maybe should have gone for the far post, but I thought I'd try something a little bit different. Didn't quite work that time, sadly. Castro to put it into the box. Emre Moore's in there. Of all players, don't really want him on the end of it, to be honest, but Alexander-Arnold going to try and deliver it back in. And it's a poor cross in the end. This might be it. Final opportunity to win back the ball if we can. Doesn't seem to be happening. And that'll be it for the game. Drawn, it is 0-0. Really shouldn't have been a 0-0. There's plenty of chances to score from, both in the first and the second half. So, disappointing that it's finished like that. Not loads and loads of chances to show you. Not many clear-cut chances anyway. But yeah, we do need to improve massively going into the Freiburg match. It was obviously going to be difficult with a heavily changed side and playing Weigl at centre-back and having various different players out of positions as well. So we'll move on to the Freiburg match. We've also got our main players back now, which is good. We've also got a player injured. That's Iheanacho out for 9 days. That's not good for us. But Matt Bartra's suspension is over, hence why he didn't play in that last match because he was suspended. We are currently 5 points in front of Leverkusen, so that's good news for us. We've got some player development to do before the Freiburg match. I believe that's an away game, but I may be wrong with that one. We'll keep the team with the player drills the exact same, I think. Not looking to really train anybody else in the squad, to be honest. Just going to focus on these 5 players. So we'll see what we get from them this week. Hopefully a little bit more improvement if we can. Yeah, we've got Weigl going up to 81. That's good. His interceptions have gone up. Moreno moving very close to 79 overall. Okay, this is the team I've gone with for the game against Freiburg. There's a few players that are missing out, but generally it's quite a strong team. Donnarumma comes into the goalkeeper position. We've obviously rested Holm for this match because we've got a big game against Bayer Leverkusen afterwards. Piszczek again starts at right back, Bartra and Sewell at centre back. Durm will start at left back with Rode and Thiago in front of them. Dembele will go onto the right hand side of midfield. We've got Goetze playing in behind Aubameyang, and Guerreiro starts on the left hand side of midfield. So I think we've got quite a strong team, a good attacking front four as well, which is very good, but obviously Royce misses out. He played a little bit in that last match, but he will certainly be starting against Leverkusen, so that's the reason why he's on the bench for today's game. We've also got Moreno, Emre Moore as well, and we've actually got Iheanacho missing out of this one. He probably could get on there, but I would rather just rest him and use him for the Leverkusen match if we need him. Let's crack on with the game though, try and beat Freiburg if we can. We should really be getting a good result against them because they are a little bit further down the league table than us. So let's crack on and try and get ourselves the win. Here we go. We're away for this match. We need to try and get ourselves a good result here. We can't afford to drop more points like we did in that last game. Obviously, Wolfsburg are a good side, but certainly against Freiburg, you expect to win this sort of match. Thiago using his pace here. I didn't think he actually had that much, Thiago, but he's flying here on the counter-attack. Trying to get a shot away now as well. Good strike, saved by the keeper. One was a corner there, Thiago, pretty much single-handedly from that counter-attack. Again, we'll do a similar sort of thing, try and get it all the way back to Sewell if we can, but it's actually fallen earlier for Matt Bartra. What sort of luck is that? Comes off the player, one of our players, and out for a goal kick. Looking for Aubameyang with the ball over the top. Aubameyang! Oh, again over the bar. Just get me a goal, someone. Oh, my days. Starting to panic a little bit now that we're not going to score at this rate. We're just going through a bit of a drought. That one on his weaker foot over the bar this time. Dembele. Inside to Piszczek. Now going to look for Goetze, so it's a bit of tight passing here. Aubameyang just needs to finish. Why wouldn't we shoot? That's it, half-time. We find ourselves in the same position again, 0-0. We're having chances, we're just not taking them. In a little bit of a drought at the moment, which is slightly worrying. But I'm sure that in the second half we can have even more chances. We've got to finish one of them at some point. So I think we can still win this match. Quite obviously, we've been the better team. But we just need to try and put one in the back of the net. Okay, 30 minutes left. To change of formation, we're going to go to sort of a 4-4-2 diamond type thing. We're going to put Rode at CDM, obviously Thiago and Guerreiro as centre mids. Dembele will play in behind Aubameyang, and then Royce will play up front. So we'll take off Goetze, so just the one change at the moment. I'm not going to completely panic despite there being 30 minutes left. I think Royce up front and Aubameyang, it's got to work. Surely that's must be some sort of recipe for success. So we've just got to try and get ourselves a goal now once we've defended this corner. Obviously the width in this team is now gone, but I can't say we were using it that effectively before, to be honest, so I'm quite happy to get rid of the width in order to try and find another goal with having another striker up front. Aubameyang into Guerreiro. Oh, come on. Come on. Let's get rid of this one. Get a counter-attack going. Let's go and score. Not like that. Not in your own goal. Clear that one away. Go on. This is what I meant. A counter-attack. He has literally no support whatsoever. That's a penalty. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he got the ball, but First glance, it did look a little bit suspect, that challenge. Can Royce get round and shoot? Oh, come on, 13 minutes to go. Very, very late changes. Emre Mon, Castro come on, Thiago and Rode come off. Basically gone with that sort of setup now. 3 minutes left, literally might not even be enough chance to get the players on the pitch. No, don't you dare do that. 92nd minute, and we're losing the game 1-0 to Freiburg. Fantastic. They've not looked likely of doing much, to be honest. Although I did say earlier on, the only chance of them actually doing anything is from a counter-attack. I wouldn't even call it a counter-attack, it's just us playing too many players forward. Obviously the addition of Emre Mor onto the pitch has really kind of taken our defensive side of the game out of it completely. But yeah, disappointing way to lose the match there. Losing the game 1-0. The game's pretty much over, sadly, but we will obviously try and get forward if we can. We can't, so we've lost it. We don't go away with any points at all. So very disappointing. Huge dip in form at the moment, but I'm not going to panic too much. We've luckily managed to build ourselves a little bit of a lead over the last however many games we've played this season. So yeah, I'm not too worried. Bayern catching us up a little bit by winning as well against Hamburg today. But obviously our target was to try and push to win the league. At the moment we were winning it quite comfortably before those last couple of games. So we are still in a good position. We're still top, but obviously got a game for Schalke and Leverkusen to catch up as well. So they could actually match us with points. The final game of the episode will be against Leverkusen, so obviously it's an even more important match now, depending on their result that they have this weekend. We'll go ahead with the same play drills, the same attributes and everything like that we're training this week. We've got Alexander Arnold there going up to 71. Somehow Moreno stays at 78 overall. Doesn't quite go up this week. Richter hasn't moved in a little bit, so we might change that up next episode. So let's get on with the Leverkusen match, see what their result was, as well as obviously Schalke's. We'll find that one out before this game against Leverkusen. We really do need to make sure we're getting a win here. We can't afford to slip up anymore. Just found the one youngster this month to sign up. He'll be added into our youth academy. Don't know how good he'll be. We'll have to wait and obviously see over the next few months. But we are currently still top of the league. It looks like Schalke and Leverkusen both won their matches. That really puts the pressure on us a lot. Bayern have moved into 4th position. They're still 9 points behind us, so I'm not too worried about them at the moment. It's mainly the two teams behind me, which really puts me under a lot of pressure to win this match against Bayern Leverkusen. We will go ahead with quite a strong team, I imagine. We've also got to think a little bit about the Benfica game afterwards, because I can't remember the result from that. Was that a 0-0, the game against Benfica? Yeah, it was a 0-0, so obviously I need to think about that match as well. Let's change around the team, maybe go for a little bit of a different setup for this match. Okay, this is the team I've gone with, and the formation I've gone with as well. Back to that diamond that we played during that last match. I've gone with Horn in goal, Ginter will start at right back, Tara and Brooks at centre back, Dermal plays a left back with Weigl in front of them, Thiago and Castro as the centre mids, Royce just in behind the two strikers, Aubameyang and Schürrle. We'll give it a go, hopefully it works out, we'll wait and see. Obviously we don't have any width whatsoever really in this side, but I don't think we were using it particularly well anyway, so by getting rid of it, maybe it'll give us a bit more of a threat going forward. That's the bench I've gone with, obviously a lot of attacking options there if we need it. Guerrero might be a player that comes on to give us a bit of width later on in the match. So let's try and get the 3 points. We desperately need them. The possible 9 points up for grabs in this episode. We've only got 1 out of the 6 so far. So maybe we can make that 4 after this game. Here we go. Again, got the home crowd behind us to try and get us a win. We need a win this episode. I don't like having an episode where we don't win. Really starting to tell us what this game is really all about at the moment. Bellarabi cutting inside and shooting. Need to cut that out. Need to prevent those shots. Horn with the save this time round. Not another injury. Surely not. It is another injury. Who's it this time? Oh, it's Weigl. Fantastic. Right, I'll bring on Rode. Similar sort of player. Maybe a bit faster in the midfield. So disappointing. We're missing another player now. It seems to be happening every other game. Very disappointing. Hopefully he's not out for too long. Schürrle. There we go. Royce is through. Royce to shoot, and it's 1-0. We've ended the goal drought. We needed that. It's a fairly early goal to get as well. 15 minutes in. We've opened them up. That's really our first chance. Our first proper chance, anyway, of this game. And we've scored it. It's Royce with the goal. Fantastic stuff from him. Brilliant run from midfield. Getting in behind the defence and scoring past Leno. Good bit of movement here. We've nearly tried this sort of thing earlier on with Aubameyang, but we just couldn't quite find the pass to him. This time we do. This time he scores 1-0. Aubameyang looking to Thiago. Oh, that's easily a penalty. It's been given as well. What sort of card will we see for the defender? I don't think it'll be a red. I don't really think it was a goal-scoring opportunity. Alright, maybe it was. Okay, I was probably expecting a yellow. I was going to try and shoot with Thiago there, but I don't think it was going to really be a goal. And it will be Dragovic, I think it is, how you pronounce his name. He will go off. And we've got a penalty, a chance to make it 2-0. Doesn't necessarily mean we will score it, and we haven't, it's hit the post. So it looks to me like, for now, Leverkusen have decided to remain with the 3 at the back. I don't think they've got another defender in there, so certainly will help us, definitely. It'll be 3 versus 3 now when we attack. And we're going to overload them here with Schürrle to shoot. It's a good save. Another chance for Castro, just couldn't quite pull off the acrobatics. Brandt this time going to go down the left-hand side. It's not a bad ball in, actually. They just needed someone in and around the 18-yard box. Good save from Horn again. We needed that, definitely, to keep us in the lead here. They do still have a big threat going forward, to be fair to them. They're doing a good job of attacking so far, Leverkusen. That is it. Finally got ourselves a goal. We're into half-time. It's 1-0. We've finally got ourselves into the lead in one of these matches. It's not 0-0 this time round. It will be Royce with the first goal in a little while for us. We will obviously continue with the exact same team going into the second half. I'm pretty sure that really we'll get a second goal quite quickly. They're not looking great at the back. It's just on the attack. Leverkusen are still looking as threatening. Aubameyang this time trying to put in Royce. He can knock it down to Schürrle. We better not give it to him. He's been awful, but we're going to take the shot now. Finally got the goal that we needed. And it's about time he gets a goal as well, surely. He's had that many chances. About time he took one. It's a very good goal as well, to be fair to him. Cutting inside and finally striking into the top corner. 2-0, fully deserved. We're certainly dominating Leverkusen, especially when we are on the attack. Looking so good compared to the last few matches. Helps that obviously they got 3 at the back down to 10 men as well. Okay, the final 2 changes that we can make, 30 minutes to go. These ones are purely for the fact that we've got Benfica coming up, so we've got to rest players. So the reason why I've taken the 2 best players that we've got on the pitch off is because I need them for Benfica in the second leg. So Royce and Aubameyang coming off, resting them. Guerrero and Emre Mor will come on, basically just to see out the rest of the game now. Guerrero, good chance for him. 3-0, as easy as that. He's been on the pitch less than a minute and he scores on his weaker foot as well. Fantastic strike. Really like him playing a bit further forward. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that Dortmund are using him as a midfielder. Let me know in the comments below if that is correct or not. But I'm pretty sure he's been used as kind of like a left wing back, left mid, and a little bit of a midfielder as well at times, I think, at Dortmund. Guerrero. Great chance to put through Schürrle. He's not offside. 4-0. We're absolutely smashing them now. Andre Schürrle with his second of the game. About time we started taking some of the chances to really open up now, Leverkusen. There's still 20 minutes to go as well. This could be really bad for them. Need to keep the clean sheet. Don't want to concede here against 10 men. Haven't had a clean sheet against a tough team in a while. But it's not going to happen in this game either. Sadly, it's going to be another clean sheet down the drain. Disappointing. Also, we did get the clean sheet against Wolfsburg, but I really wanted one against Leverkusen as well. It's not going to happen though. 4-1, not great defending there. Oh, here we go. Schürrle, final chance of the game. Schürrle with a hat-trick. 5-1. He really does seal off a very good performance from us. He's had many chances. He could have scored 2 hat-tricks really in this game, but he's managed to get himself just the one, and we'll happily take that 5-1. Real thrashing here. Obviously, the huge game changer was the red card, quite clearly. Despite us not scoring the penalty, defensively they were never the same. Leverkusen still had the threat going forward, though, to be fair to them. They did do very well on that front, but certainly couldn't handle our attack. That's it. 5-1 it'll be. 3 points. Fantastic result. We needed that against against a very tough team that are competing for the title. Andre Schürrle will take the match ball away from this match, having 7 shots. Like I say, could have had 2 hat-tricks really in this game. Surely he's had loads of chances, 7 just for himself, 3 of which he scored. So yeah, very comfortable win. It was clearly, it's apparent that we were really going to get ourselves the 3 points when we went 2-0 up. It was quite obvious at that point that it was going to be quite a high-scoring match. But we've got the 3 points, like I say. Bayern here winning again, so they're clearly starting to catch us up a little bit. But as long as we start winning matches, hopefully they won't catch us up too much. That is everything for this episode, though. We'll quickly take a look at any emails, do some player development, I think, in the next episode instead of this one. We've got a player injured. How long is Vinyl going to be out for? It's 4 weeks. sprained ankle. Not ideal, he will miss some important matches. So that is everything for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We've got this game against Benfica in the next episode. That's the second leg of the round of 16 tie that we've got in the Champions Cup. But like I say, that is everything for the episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 50 likes on this video, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That would be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I'll see you next time for another Dortmund career mode video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.